For years, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have projected the image of a modern fairy tale, the glamorous duchess and the rebellious prince, united against a cruel world. They've marketed their love story with the precision of a Hollywood production, packaging themselves as victims turned visionaries, victims turned millionaires, and victims turned global influencers. But according to Lady Colin Campbell, a well-connected royal insider known for her unapologetic truth-telling, the facade may be crumbling. She claims that behind the carefully curated public smiles, Meghan and Harry's marriage is facing serious issues they are desperately trying to hide. Her source suggests that divorce may not just be a rumor, but a looming reality. If true, this revelation exposes a profound hypocrisy. The couple who built an empire on the strength of their unbreakable bond now seem to be struggling to keep that bond intact. Meghan and Harry have spent years insisting that they left royal life to protect their love and mental health. But what happens when the very relationship they used to justify their rebellion begins to crack? The answer, it seems, is to do what they do best: control the narrative, mask the dysfunction, and keep the brand alive. Meghan, a master strategist when it comes to image and influence, understands that their public appeal depends on the illusion of unity. She knows that any sign of marital trouble would undermine the foundation of their lucrative partnerships, speaking tours, and media deals. After all, the Sussex story sells best when it's told as a romantic saga of two against the world. A fractured marriage doesn't fit that script. It doesn't attract Netflix contracts or book deals. It certainly doesn't command the same global fascination. Lady Colin Campbell's claims suggest that the couple may already be living in separate emotional worlds. While the details remain under wraps, the mere hint of a possible split strikes at the heart of their empire. If divorce is on the horizon, it will not be just a personal rupture, it will be a political, financial, and reputational earthquake. The truth is, cracks in their dynamic have been visible for a while to those who look beyond the PR gloss. Meghan has always seemed driven by a singular ambition to cement her place on the world stage, not as a supporting royal, but as a leading woman. Harry, on the other hand, has been caught in the uncomfortable role of the sidekick, useful as a royal name but often overshadowed by his wife's relentless spotlight. Their public initiatives often carry Meghan's imprint, her tone, her vocabulary, her Americanized, celebrity-driven messaging. Harry's voice seems to echo faintly behind hers, as if he's no longer steering his own ship. This imbalance, if left unchecked, inevitably breeds tension. Harry sacrificed his home, his military connections, and his royal duties, ostensibly for love. But what happens when that love begins to feel transactional, when the grand cause you were promised turns into a brand you're expected to prop up? Sources like Lady Colin Campbell suggest that beneath the smooth surface lies resentment, frustration, and the disillusionment of a prince who thought he was building a new life, only to discover he'd signed up for a relentless PR campaign. And Meghan? She's not the type to play second fiddle in anyone's story. Her approach to relationships, whether with the royal family, the media, or the public, has always been about control, positioning, and dominance. If their marriage is faltering, it's unlikely she'll retreat quietly. She will frame any rupture as part of her empowerment narrative, painting herself as a woman who stood up, made bold choices, or refused to compromise her truth. This is the language she has mastered. Divorce, if it comes, won't be a quiet affair. It will be another stage, another performance, another chapter in the Meghan Markle story. Harry, meanwhile, may find himself in a position eerily similar to what he once accused the royal family of doing to him, sidelining, silencing, and controlling the narrative. Except this time, it won't be Buckingham Palace calling the shots, it will be Meghan's media machine. Lady Colin Campbell's comments are not idle gossip. She has a long history of exposing uncomfortable truths about the royal family, often years before the mainstream catches on. When she says the marriage is facing serious trouble, it should not be dismissed lightly. Whether the couple is trying to quietly work through issues or simply maintain appearances for financial and strategic reasons, the fact remains, a divorce would shatter the myth they've spent years constructing. Their supporters will, of course, blame the press, the royal institution, or racist Britain for any cracks. But at some point, personal responsibility matters. No amount of palace blame can explain away a fundamentally mismatched partnership that may be reaching its breaking point. The couple's decision to abandon royal duties was sold as a romantic act of unity. If that unity disintegrates, it will expose their narrative as fragile and opportunistic. It's also worth noting that in Hollywood, marriages built on branding and power plays rarely end well. When image is the glue holding two people together, the moment that image falters, the bond often collapses with it. Meghan and Harry have turned their relationship into a product, polished, marketable, and monetized. But like any product, once the packaging begins to peel, consumers lose interest. In the end, if divorce does come, it will not be a shock to those who have been watching closely. It will be the inevitable result of a partnership that has long seemed more performative than personal, more strategic than sincere. Lady Colin Campbell has simply put into words what many have quietly suspected: the fairy tale is faltering.